favorite opening moves because the game can go in many fun directions. The Sicilian defense fights for the center with your wing pawn. Expect some interesting attacks from both sides. f4 takes more space in the center and prepares to develop the knight behind the f-pawn, but weak, developing the knight and increasing influence in the center. Knight f3 develops the knight toward the center and controls the d4 and e5 squares. This prepares your bishop for development. This move pins your knight to your king, restricting its movement. Your bishop becomes more powerful by developing towards the action. This move clears the way to bring their bishop into the game. You're kicking their bishop out of a useful square. They exchange pieces of equal value. You recapture the piece. They castled kingside, placing their... This move opens the path for your bishop to enter the game. They made one of the top moves in this position. You are bringing your knight into play, eyeing the central... That's playable. You develop a queen, which means you move it from its starting position. Your opponent develops their bishop off its starting square. Your better option was to strike at the center with a pawn. This is the only move that works. Their bishop is now more square on the square. They missed a chance to win material through an eventual fork. Not the best move, but not bad either. That's not a mistake, but they did not find the best move here. This move is okay, but not what I would have played. Decent move, but they had a better one. You found the move that blocks the attacker. This move puts their bishop on a safer square. You developed your bishop on the long diagonal. They defended their pawn, which was under attack. You are threatening to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-up trades. A correct move to get their pawn out of harm's way. You gained control of more squares with this excellent knight move. They bring their final piece into the game, fully. Your bishop now controls more squares thanks to your pawn move. That's playable. You had a better option, but this is not bad. That's not a mistake, but they did not find the best move here. You are threatening to checkmate the king. This move protects their pawn, which was vulnerable with insufficient... Opposite side castling can become a race to attack the kings. They've moved their knight closer to the center to boost its activity. You apply pressure to your opponent's pawn chain. This move left their knight hanging. You are threatening to tactically win a queen. You get a chance to eventually win material. This is the way to win a knight. This move puts their queen on a safer square. You had a better way to win material through a tactic. They played the strongest move available. The attacker is now off the board, keeping your piece safe. A correct move to get their knight out of harm's way. You step your king away from the checking knight. They recaptured a piece from an earlier exchange. Not the best move, but not bad either. They had a better way to capture a free pawn. That leaves your rook free to capture. They captured your vulnerable rook. A logical capture. Decent move, but they had a better one. Very good choice. They've coordinated their rooks, doubling them on the file. This is a fine move. They played one of the best moves here. Good thinking. This move puts your piece into a stronger, more That's playable. This move is okay, but not what I would have played. Their knight is now on a more active square. Good job stepping in to defend your pawn. You can pick up a free knight. You want a knight for free. I like their choice. You had a better option, but this is not bad. You are now able to eventually win material. Nice move. Your piece now controls more squares, defending their hanging pawn. You want a pawn for free. Their better move was to block a check from the opposing rook. You get a chance. You've moved your piece to a powerful square. That was the only move. You're continuing down the road to checkmate. They are threatening to tactically win a queen. You continue the checkmate attack. That was the only move. Not the best move, but not bad either. A straightforward recapture. Well done, an excellent move. They move their king out of the check from your queen. Very good choice. That's not a mistake, but they did not find the best move here. You captured a free pawn. They defended their pawn, which was under attack. That's a useful pin you found. They unpinned their rook. This is a fine move. Their king steps away from the check by your queen. This move is okay, but not what I would have played. Decent move, but they had a better one. This moves your queen to a safer square. They block the check from your queen. A good choice to move your threatened queen. This is a fair trade. You recaptured. They didn't find the right idea. Nice, you found a way to win a pawn. Their better move was to push a passed pawn. Your passed pawn advances to its goal. Your opponent is losing material, but they were lost anyways. You continue the checkmate attack. Precise move from your opponent. Getting closer to the forced checkmate. They move their king out of the check from your queen. Your move gets closer to checkmate. That was the only move. You're continuing down the road.